Hello and welcome back to our series on creating a job board using Gravity Forms. Up until now, we've created an internal database that has all of the information for each of our jobs. We've posted each of those jobs using Gravity Forms entry blocks to display nicely on our website, and we've also created a form that will be used by our applicants to apply for each of these jobs. In this video, we're going to create a place on our website that our HR department can view and manage these job application submissions, along with giving them a way to be able to follow up with these applicants on the next stages of the hiring process. Sounds like a lot, but Gravity Forms makes it easy, so let's get started. Alright, just to make sure we're all on the same page, let's head over to the left under Forms and click Perks, and just make sure you have these 3 perks installed and activated before going any further. After that, let's head over to Pages on the left, and then create yourself an empty page called Job Applications, and this is where we're going to use entry blocks to display a list of all of the incoming job applications for our HR department. Once you've done that, we can go ahead and click Edit. Now, just like with our job posting page, we can type and click / and Gravity Forms entry should be one of the first things that comes up. We can go ahead and give that a click. Next, we need to select our form, and we want to make sure it's the job application form. And for the variation, we're going to do entries table again. Now we need to customize this table to show all of the relevant information for all of our incoming job applications. So we can give it a click, and on the right-hand side, let's start by removing some of these columns we don't need. So for example, the entry ID, we can remove that, and we can even remove the view link as well. Now, to add our job application data, we can click the Select a Column dropdown and scroll down, and under Fields, we can click Name, and maybe Email, and Phone, and let's also do Select Job. To make this look a little nicer, let's click the Open Options wrench icon next to Select Job, and let's do a custom label. Let's do Position Applied For, and then close out of that. And then let's also move this Edit Link column to the end of the row and click the wrench icon. And for its custom label, let's do Review. And instead of the edit text, let's also do Review Application. And then we can close this as well. And just like that, we have a really nice table of all of our job applications, but unfortunately we're missing one very important column, and that's the application status. Our job application status will allow our HR department to keep track of where each of our applicants are in the hiring process. But to get it showing up in our table, we first have to add it to the form itself. So let's head back to our WordPress dashboard, head over to Forms on the left, and then go and edit our job application form. Now we can scroll all the way down under the Why Do You Want to Work For Us text area, and on the right-hand side, let's drag over a drop-down. Then we can click the settings, and under field label, let's do status. There are 3 different stages of our hiring process: pending, interviewing, and rejected. So let's head down to edit choices and add those here. There we go, all 3 of our choices are added. We can go ahead and click save form, but there's one problem that you might already be realizing about our job application form. And that problem is we don't want our users to see this status dropdown. Luckily, Gravity Forms gives us a way to be able to hide this dropdown to our users, but show it to our HR department. So to do that, let's head to the right and scroll all the way down and expand the Advanced tab. And we'll see here under Visibility, there are 3 options: Visible, Hidden, and Administrative. And Administrative is the one we're going to want to click. And if we hover over the tooltip next to Visibility, we can get some more information on these options, specifically Administrative. The field is only visible when administering submitted entries. The field is not visible or functional when viewing the form. Technically, this isn't what we want either. We don't want to just be able to view and edit the Select dropdown when we're looking at our entries. We want our HR department to be able to view and edit this dropdown in that nice entry blocks table that we just made on our job applications page. To accomplish this, we're going to have to add a little bit of code, but don't worry, we're just going to copy and paste it in, and it'll be super easy. But before we do that, let's go ahead and click Save Form, and then we can head over to Plugins on our left. Make sure to download and install the snippet editor of your choice. I went with Code Snippets here, so we can click Snippets, and then we can click Add New at the top. Now this might seem a little complicated, but I've gone ahead and left a link down in the description of this video to the code that we're going to paste into this box. So go ahead and click that link. It should bring you to here. So you can go ahead and copy this entire thing up to the PHP part and copy, and then head back and let's paste that in here. After that, we can give it a title. I'm going to call it Visible Status. And then we can click Save Changes and Activate. All right, now that that's done, I want to take another look at the page that our job application is on to prove that our status is not showing to our user. So let's head to the left and click Pages and view the Apply page. And if we scroll down, we see our name, email, phone, select job, our text area, but we do not see our status below. So now that we know that for sure, let's head back to our job applications page. Now that we're back on our job applications page, we actually don't need to modify our table at all. If we went ahead and tried to add the status column to our table, you'll see that it's blank here, and that's because it only shows up when we're reviewing our application. So we can go ahead and remove this and click Save. So now to see our page in action, let's head up and click Preview in New tab. Now we see all of our job applications in our nice table, and when we click Review Application, we can see our application filled out with all of the information, and at the bottom we see a status that we can change to either pending, interviewing, or rejected. This will allow our HR department to update where our applicant is in their hiring journey by heading to the job applications page, clicking Review Application, changing the status, and then clicking Submit. Now, wouldn't it be nice for our HR department if we could automatically send an email to the applicant letting them know that they're moving on to the next stage in the hiring process? Well, luckily that's possible with entry blocks, and I'm going to show you how. First, let's head back to our WordPress dashboard and go to Forms, and then under Job Application, hover over Settings and click Notifications. Then we can click Add New on the right. Now we can add a name for our notification like Notify Applicant of Next Steps. And under the event dropdown, we want to click and we want to do Entry Edited via Entry Blocks. That means the notification will only get sent out once our HR is editing that Select dropdown and clicking Submit. Under Send To, we want to do Select a Field and then select our email. We can add a from name like Kenzie's Kitchen HR. And then if we go ahead and scroll down, we have a normal subject line and message that we can fill in to say whatever we want. But before doing that, I want to point out the conditional logic checkbox at the bottom here. If we enable conditional logic and scroll down, you'll see this logic here. Send this notification if all of the following match. For this first dropdown, we're not concerned about the name, but we are concerned about the status. If we click this, we can say status is, and then we can choose either pending, interviewing, or rejected. This allows us to create custom notifications. We can create a notification for if they're moving from pending to interviewing or from interviewing to rejected. So if I go with interviewing, for example, I can write out this subject and message to notify the applicant that we have decided to move forward with interviewing them for a position. And there we go. Now I have a subject and a message that's tailored to if their application moves from pending to interviewing. I have Kenzie's Kitchen interview invitation, and using merge tags, I can even personalize this message to say, hey, and have their first name. Congratulations, we've decided to move forward with your application and interview for the position of, and I can even have the job that they applied for. So then we can scroll down and click Update Notification. Now you have the freedom to create notifications that are specifically tailored to the status that you're changing the application to. So to see this in action, let's head back to our Job Applications page, click Review Application, and let's change this application from pending to interviewing and click Submit. Now if I head over to my email, I see that I have a new email from Kenzie's Kitchen HR, and if I click it, we'll see the message that I just got done writing with his name, the job he's applying for, letting him know that we're ready to interview him for that position. Now our HR department has the ability to view and manage all of the job application submissions, as well as follow up with these applicants on the next steps of the hiring process. We're already almost done with this video series, but before we wrap up, I have one more video where we're going to go over a bonus feature that uses Gravity Connect so that we can use popular applications like Google Sheets and Notion to manage all of our jobs and our applications in one convenient place. If you've been enjoying this series, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.